Hello and welcome everybody, it's Rose Smith here from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com, and I'm here with this week's Pick a Card Weekly Tarot reading. Pick a number now, 1 to 5, and I'll do a Psychic Tarot interpretation for you. You can have more than one number if you wish. If you have 5 numbers, then it'll be a very interesting week indeed with a lot to think about. If you're new, subscribe and be live and hit that notification bell right now. Thank you very much. Okay, let's go to the board and see what the cards have to show us for this week, commencing 22nd of August 2022 already. Don't get caught up about the date because it really doesn't matter in spirit, okay? If you're watching this in the future, you'll know if it's for you or not because you'll feel something. Pay attention to your body. Don't get distracted. Really tune in right now. Okay, we're doing card number 1. Card number 1, I haven't even got my eyes closed, but I see a little red car. So a lot of activity, a lot to get the blood pumping this week. Maybe you're thinking about exercise. Look, there could be arguments, but I don't think it's so much about that. I think it's more about the red. It seems vibrant. It seems like energy. It seems like, actually, if anything, you want to maybe slow down a tad, okay? So don't get frantic. Don't go overboard with all of this energy. Okay, let's see what comes out. The card is, here's the red. The card is the Lover's card. This is a bit about, it can be to do with relationships, obviously, lovers, okay, sexual, particularly sexual relationships. See the passion here in the background, in the flames and the red apples. But it's about unity. It's about coming together with somebody else or with another energy, whatever it is that they represent to you or that you represent to them, okay? The angels are looking out over this. So it could be that, you know, one wants more commitment and the other doesn't, just happy to go along the way it is. So it's a bit, you know, push me, pull you. But see the snake down the bottom here? It's all about transformation. So there is energy here for you. There's some sort of bonus, if you like, and coming together with the energy. It brings a completion or a unity, okay? It's a major arcana card, so yeah, fairly important. All right, card number 2. Card number 2, let's see what happens here. I'll close my eyes. Gardening, landscaping, growing your own food. I see a woman here with a pitchfork and a shovel and getting her hands into the dirt, okay? So this can also mean becoming more practical, getting grounded, getting back down to earth, in touch with the physical reality, okay? Because it's all very easy, you know, when you're into spiritual things to float off into the ether. But there's lots of issues with that. Firstly, you come to earth to have a physical experience. So if you float off into the ether, you're not really accomplishing the mission, part of the mission that you came here for. If that makes sense. You've come to have a physical experience. Otherwise, what's the point of being born? You can think of it logically like that in one way. And so for those people that do tend to float off, and this could be anybody who's been traumatized, especially as a child, it's like if you've had a near-death experience, the attachment to the physical body is sort of, it can be turned on and off, so to speak, so you can more easily come out of your body. There's pros and cons to this, okay? So we're supposed to be attached to our physical bodies, and so a little bit of practice by putting your hands in the dirt or maybe walking in the dirt. 2 cards come out. Walking in the dirt, going to the beach and that sort of thing might be good for you. Pentacles, some issues with money, or sometimes because it's pentacles, it's earthly, and this can indicate issues with your physical health as well. Some challenges here, but there is a path through this gorge. A mountain at the back, also something, a challenge to climb, but it does make you stronger, that's true. okay, regarding your money. So have to work out how you can best improve your financial situation, whether that be by spending less and only buying what you absolutely need. Maybe growing your own food. That will become more and more important over the years, because it's going to be many years before our logistics are all sorted out. And if you grow your own food, then you're not as reliant on the system or other people or the government. So I encourage everyone to become more self-sufficient. Of course, the problem is, like if you've got pets and they have certain foods, or like litter, like I couldn't get the crystals I usually get, and Prince Harry, he just didn't understand what this clay stuff was that I had to buy when he first started using it. So you can't explain to your pets that they've got a new food or new litter, but I still encourage everyone to become as self-sufficient as possible. Okay, so the other part of that is your emotions, dealing with your emotions. So people are going to make changes. Society is changing, and this is going to bring up lots of different emotions, but we need to explore these emotions. You'll see here he's on a lobster. Seated on a lobster, he's going out, he's socialising, having a good time, and he's not numbing himself by watching, the same things over and over again on YouTube or on other social media. Social media can absolutely destroy your brain if you let it. So I say to people, okay, yeah, follow social media by all means, and put a strict time limit and don't go over that time limit, okay? But this is about getting out in the world, enjoying yourself, being in touch with your emotions, and not allowing yourself to be numbed off by the sheer volume of horrible things that is happening in the world. Okay, so that's what's happening if you've picked card number 2. Okay, I'll go like that. Number 3. Closing my eyes, what do I see? I see lots of gold coins. Actually, they're gold circles. First they were coins, so that means change, but then they turned into circles, gold circles, which means completion, unity, things coming together for you. It's amazing on card number 1 that they don't actually have circles in the card design, because there's some similarities there. All right, card number 3, I'm going to go with that one there. That's leopard in the background. If you hear a cat making strange noises, he doesn't have a normal meow. Here we have number 3 of wands, and it's the 3rd card, and it's the 3 of wands. I'll get it right. 3 different people. It can be more than 3. It's a group of people with different sorts of personalities, and they're tied together in a common goal. They don't always agree, but what part of their connection is the passion that they feel for the goal that they're working on. So this can be a working environment, it can be a family, and it's like you're all working together, and sometimes there's going to be some disagreements there, okay? And that's all right. It's because through these disagreements you're trying to find something that works and will have a successful outcome. This actually brings spiritual strength, this card, believe it or not, and it's like there's a certain amount of contemplation or inner reflection about how you do what you're trying to do, okay? So not just thinking, but emotions involved with it, but it's inspirational. Even though there's some difficulties, you'll get there in the end. All right, card number 4. Card number 4, let's have a look. Closing my eyes now. Stars, white, the colour white. It's about reflecting light, and there's lots of colours in those reflections, lots of areas of your life. There's something here about water and turning to ice, or the different stages or states of water, whether that be steam, liquid, or ice, solid. So I think that's referring to the different realms. So whether it's the spiritual realm, the emotional, or the physical realm, there's different states and stages that we can be in. So we need to get the balance of all of those, okay? And that is a bit like earlier what I discussed on Facebook, the fact that we all go through different different states and stages. All right, so I'm going to go with that one, card number 4. 10 of Wands. It's like there's been a burden and you've come to the end of that cycle and you can drop the burden, which is actually good news. There's a lot of green in this picture. You might not see it, depends on your monitor, but there is a lot of green. So there is growth and opportunity here, but you might be rather tired or over a situation and you've come to the end of it. It's like you've been carrying a heavy load and it's time to put it down and start afresh on something else. This big hill in the background, and that's been a challenge that represents a challenge to be overcome. But she looks like she's climbed the hill and come down the other side, actually, is what it looks like. And with this heavy barrow of baseball bats. So the baseball bats are about taking action. So do take action, move on and grow your life if you've picked card number 4. Now, card number 5, closing my eyes now. What do I see for number 5? Number 5 is alive. Yeah, I'm seeing a version of this barrow, but it's round. It's like a 44-gallon drum and it's on wheels and it's like carting that around. So that's been pretty hard work too if you've picked card number 5. And again, we're coming to this thing about water and the different, I don't know what this is. I've never seen this before, about the mist, the liquid and the solid, and the different realms or states that your emotions, your emotions can be in. But when they're solidified, they're stuck in your body. That's right. It's like your emotions, if they're not free-flowing, they can get stuck in your physical body and cause problems later on. Whereas at least the liquid and the mist, they're moving. The mist can just blow away. A gust of breeze comes along, a wind comes along and blows them away, and that's what happens with your thoughts. So maybe you're thinking a lot about your emotions, but you can actually change your thoughts and think more pleasant things if they're not pleasant emotions. I hope that all makes sense. Now, card number 5. Let's go with that one there. And it's the Ace of Pentacles. Spirit is literally giving you a gift, and it's related to either your finances, your possessions, or your physical body. It's like there's a new way of doing things. This is Ace, so it's the beginning of the cycle. It's a new beginnings, and you might have had a lot of confusion or difficulty around something and not sure of what to do about it. But as you walk along through your path and through this arbor of trees, you'll see the blue sky at the other end, and the clouds are blowing away. So, like I was just saying, the mist can easily change with just changing your thoughts, and that's around your money, your possessions, or your physical body, okay? Alrighty, so that's the cards. We've only got one major arcana, which was the same in Facebook. And then we've got Pentacles, Cups, Wands, Pentacles. Okay, so it is mostly about feeling inspired or motivated, and your finances this week. So look in the media and see, if you see things about, more so than usual, about money, because the media is representing the collective, basically, so you might have a totally different story yourself. It's like when I do this, I'm doing this for a large number of people, and it might not apply to your direct situation because this is on the collective level. It's the background information rather than the information for you personally. But even having said that, often you'll find some sort of correlation between what's happening for you personally and what's happening in the collective. Alrighty, so that's all, folks. I hope this is useful for you. Leave me a like, that'd be fabulous. Share on your socials, and if you're new, subscribe and be alive. And don't forget to hit the notification bell. Okay, thanks so much, everyone, and I'll see you all again soon. I'll be moving on shortly with Scorpio horoscope for September. Okay, thanks again. Bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.